Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Gold Rush Season 14. Will Parker Schnabel risk it all? Gold Rush has returned to the Discovery Channel for Season 14. With the new season, Parker Schnabel finds himself at a major fork in the road regarding his career. Will the 28-year-old risk it all for the opportunity to score gold-rich virgin ground, or will the Gold Rush star take the safer path? Keep reading for all the details on what to expect from Season 14. Gold Rush Season 14. Will Parker Schnabel risk it all? At just 28 years old, Parker Schnabel has created a name for himself as one of the largest producers of gold in Yukon. Unfortunately, per a press release for Season 14, Parker will be forced to make a decision this season. For the past decade, he has worked on land he leased from Tony Beats. Unfortunately, that license is going to run out, and Parker is going to have to figure out what to do next. Namely, he needs to decide if he wants to take a safe approach and dial back his operation, or if he wants to push forward and risk everything. Per the press release, Parker Schnabel faces a make-or-break-his-career situation. Decision to risk it all could bankrupt him, or the gamble could pay off. He could score hundreds of millions in profit. Moreover, if the gamble pays off, he will also secure his place as one of the greatest miners in the region. Mining courses through his veins, as those who have followed his career know, Parker Schnabel has been involved in gold mining since he was just 5 years old. He started out with his grandfather in Haines, Alaska. When he was just 18, he decided to leave home and pursue his own gold mining venture. He moved to Klondike and ended up leasing land from Tony Beats. Coined as a prodigy in the mining world, Parker successfully mined over $13 million worth of gold by the time he was just 24. During his first decade in the industry after leaving home, his mining venture allowed him to travel all over the world. Given what he's accomplished at such a young age, Gold Rush fans agree that risking it all seems like the clear and obvious choice for Parker. The synopsis for Season 14, Episode 1 titled $24 million in Gold, does suggest Parker opts to risk it all over playing it safe. Check out the official synopsis down below. Are you excited for the new season of Gold Rush? Do you think Parker Schnabel will play it safe, or do you think he is willing to risk it all for the chance of a big score? Share your thoughts in the comments and keep coming back for more updates on your favorite TV shows. Parker Schnabel leaned against his trusty excavator, the weight of the Alaskan sun pressing down on his shoulders. Season 14 of Gold Rush was on the horizon, and the question gnawing at every fan's mind was clear: would Parker Schnabel risk it all? The young miner's reputation had been forged in the crucible of the Klondike, where fortunes were won and lost in the blink of an eye. Parker was no stranger to the highs and lows of the gold mining game, but this season, the stakes were higher than ever. Rumors had been swirling about a new claim, one that promised the kind of gold that dreams are made of. But with great potential came great risk. Parker's team gathered around, their faces etched with determination and a hint of anxiety. The familiar sound of machinery hummed in the background, a comforting reminder of the work that lay ahead. Parker took a deep breath, his mind racing with the possibilities. The new claim, located in a remote and treacherous part of Alaska, was said to be rich beyond belief. However, the terrain was unforgiving, and the logistics of getting the heavy equipment there were a nightmare. "We've faced tough odds before," Parker said, his voice steady but tinged with the weight of responsibility. "But this is different. This claim could change everything, or it could break us." His crew, a tight-knit group of seasoned miners and a few fresh faces, exchanged glances. They trusted Parker, but they knew the risks. The path to the new claim was fraught with danger, unstable ground, unpredictable weather, and the ever-present threat of mechanical failure. Mitch, Parker's right-hand man, stepped forward. "We're with you, Parker. Whatever you decide, we're in this together." Parker nodded, appreciating the loyalty of his crew. They had been through thick and thin, and this season would test their mettle like never before. The decision weighed heavily on him. To risk everything on a potentially lucrative claim was a gamble, but playing it safe could mean missing out on a life-changing opportunity. That night, as the campfire crackled and the northern lights danced across the sky, Parker found himself lost in thought. Memories of his grandfather, John Schnabel, flooded his mind. John had been a mentor and a guiding light, teaching Parker the ropes of the mining world. Parker could almost hear his grandfather's voice, offering wisdom from beyond the grave. "Fortune favors the bold, Parker," John's voice echoed in his mind. "But remember, it's not just about the gold. It's about the journey, the people you share it with, and the legacy you leave behind." Parker knew what he had to do. He gathered his team the next morning, the early light casting long shadows over the camp. "We're going to the new claim," he announced, a mix of resolve and excitement in his voice. "It won't be easy, but if we succeed, it'll be worth it." The crew sprang into action, preparing for the arduous journey ahead. They faced countless challenges, navigating treacherous terrain, battling harsh weather conditions, and troubleshooting equipment failures. But through it all, Parker's leadership shone brightly. He was in the thick of it, working alongside his team, motivating them with his unwavering determination. Weeks turned into months, and the crew's efforts began to pay off. They struck gold, rich veins that promised a prosperous season. The new claim was proving to be everything they had hoped for and more. Yet the journey was far from over. The deeper they dug, the more unpredictable the conditions became. One fateful day, disaster struck. A massive landslide buried a crucial part of their operation, threatening to derail the entire season. Panic spread through the camp, but Parker remained calm. He quickly devised a plan, rallying his team to dig out the equipment and stabilize the site. "It's moments like these that define us," Parker told his crew, his voice filled with steely resolve. "We're not giving up. We're going to dig ourselves out and keep pushing forward." The team worked tirelessly, their determination unwavering. Slowly but surely, they cleared the debris and resumed their operations. The ordeal brought them closer together, forging an unbreakable bond. They were no longer just a crew. They were a family, united by their shared struggles and triumphs. As the season drew to a close, Parker reflected on the journey. They had faced immense challenges and taken incredible risks, but they had emerged stronger and more resilient. The gold they had mined was a testament to their hard work and perseverance, but the true treasure was the camaraderie and sense of accomplishment they had built along the way. Parker stood at the edge of the claim, looking out over the landscape that had tested and rewarded them in equal measure. He thought of his grandfather and smiled, knowing that John would be proud of what they had achieved. Season 14 had been a roller coaster of emotions, but it had solidified Parker's place as one of the most daring and successful miners in the history of Gold Rush. As he prepared for the next chapter, Parker knew one thing for certain: he would continue to risk it all, not just for the gold, but for the adventure, the people, and the legacy that made it all worthwhile.